November 4th this year, just next month. Crazy. Two of the biggest legends in Muay Thai in this generation. Internationally anyways. So Saenchai, the legendary Saenchai, is fighting Buakaw. November 4th at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship Asia, which is going to be super interesting. Unfortunately, very, very sadly, actually really heartbroken that I will not be able to attend the event. I know it's going to be mad, but I guess I'll watch it like everybody else on the TV or on my app, on the application. I have a booking, photography booking on that date that I've committed to, signed contracts with clients before the fight was announced, and it just happens to be November 4th. So I would love to be reporting live from there. That would be insane. This is one of the, probably the most historic Muay Thai fight in history, just because of the popularity of these two fighters. So I kind of want to break down the two different styles and the two different fighters just a little bit, and my opinion, who will win the fight and why. And I also want your opinion. Who do you think is going to win? Buakaw or Saenchai? And why and how? Okay, so we're going to check out the Saenchai Brutal Knockouts Destroying Monsters by Lawrence Kinchin Striking. Yeah, this guy's got a pretty cool channel, very popular. He breaks things down pretty well, actually. He's one of the few that that I like here on YouTube. So let's watch some of these highlights here.
How did Saenchai figure out how to do Muay Thai different than anybody?
It's hard to express how amazing Saenchai is.
He is the best of the best, not just of this generation, of any generation. He is up there with the greatest Muay Thai fighters of all time.
Every time he steps into the ring, we can witness just how out of this world his talent is. He is so respected that even when his opponents lose to him, they show tremendous respect. Genius is a word that is often overused, but it's safe to say that Saenchai is truly a genius of Muay Thai.
So Saenchai, let's talk Saenchai, man. This guy, he is truly one of the best that I've seen in the ring. Technically, his fight IQ is, there's nobody in any combat sport, martial arts that I've seen. You got guys like Anderson Silva in his prime that had a really, really high IQ, fight IQ. Israel Asanya, he's got a really high fight IQ as well, but nowhere near. Like, Saenchai's just a man. He sees things, not just one move, not just as it's coming before it comes, but like two moves before it comes. So Saenchai is really the technical guy. He's got heart. He hardly gets tired. If he does get tired, he hides it very well. So his conditioning as well. He's got all the things that if you were to create a fighter, if AI right now can create me a fighter, it'd be like Saenchai. You know what I mean? As far as skill, technique, fight IQ, cardio, heart, he's got it all. He ticks all the boxes. And that's what separates him from other fighters, is that a lot of fighters will have this and that, but they're not so good at this and that. And Saenchai's got it all. So Buakaw's got some work to do. Let's go over and let's talk about Buakaw a little bit.
Buakaw is an icon of Muay Thai and kickboxing. Many around the world consider him the best Muay Thai fighter of all time.
บุกาวเก่งที่สุดนะครับถามว่าจะมีเขาเป็นตำนานไปแล้วครับ
Women absolutely swoon over him. But it was his cruelty and brutality that cemented his legend in combat sports. His vicious aggression earned him the prestigious K1 Grand Prix title at only 21 years old in 2004.
Okay, so let's talk Buakaw. Buakaw is another legendary. I mean, this guy's been around in the international spotlight much longer than Saenchai, actually. I mean, they're around the same age. Actually, I think Saenchai a little bit older than Buakaw. Saenchai's been in the game for longer, or just as long. However, in the international stage, Buakaw's been the name of Muay Thai for as long as I think when I discovered Muay Thai, first face I saw was this guy. He was literally one of the only fighters that was on YouTube and being promoted because he was fighting for K1. Well, I think Buakaw's strength, he's a scary dude. Like, I've seen him fight. I've been ringside and filmed one of his fights, and man, he's got that real superstar energy. I don't know what it is about people that are just superstars, super studs. I've been around Saenchai a lot. He comes to Phuket a lot. He's a superstar, sure, but he's much more like, almost like approachable, less of the superstar energy. Buakaw is like, whoa, like, it's like Elvis is in the building. You know what I mean? That's how legendary this guy is. And it's not just what you see on the internet. You feel it around him. And that's one thing that makes him special as a superstar. He's gifted. Him as a fighter, he's super strong. His strengths is super. He's super aggressive, and he's super strong. Obviously his technique is great, but his technique is not what wins him his fight. It's really his heart and his power. I've seen the guy strike against high level foreign fighters that has fought some of the best Thais in the world, and when they get hit by him, it's different, and just you can hear it, like it's just a different smack. You feel his power. You're ringside and you hear Buakaw either punch or kick somebody, especially that kick of his. Man, you really feel it from the ringside. So the fight between Buakaw and Saenchai is going to be at 68.5 kilograms, which is over 151 pounds. Buakaw normally weighs around 160.9 pounds for his most recent fights in Bangkok. So he should be able to make weight, but I think Saenchai is going up in weight to fight him. Buakaw's got about 3 inches on him in height, so he's got a height advantage for sure. So according to this, his walking around weight is 66 kilograms or 146 pounds. That's what he's walking around weight, but most of his fights, according to this Google search here, is 60 kilograms. He's actually going up in weight to fight Buakaw. Buakaw's got the height, he's got the weight, and he's got, I think, the power. So this is really going to be a matter of fight IQ versus power and strength. So let's go to the real breakdown. My honest opinion that Saenchai has a higher chance of winning this fight than Buakaw due to his fight IQ, and his defense is the best in the Muay Thai game. His defense he's kind of like the Floyd Mayweather of Muay Thai, as far as avoiding damage. He tends to fight bigger guys, so he's used to that, but he's not used to fighting bigger Thais such as Buakaw, such a high level. So he's got his hands full for sure, but technique wise, if he can go through, I don't know yet what the rules are, if it's a 5-round or if it's 3-round. I guess I'll find that out later, but in my opinion, if it goes to points, I think Buakaw will win, Saenchai will take the win on just based on technique. He'll be able to avoid, be more elusive. He's much faster than Buakaw, and he's light on the feet, so he's gonna be bouncing around left to right. He's not gonna stand in front of Buakaw. Not that he's scared, but he's gonna try to win this fight on points. I don't think Saenchai's gonna knock out Buakaw. I don't think he's ever been knocked out. I don't think he's ever been knocked out in his career, at least since he's been in the international eye. I'm pretty sure maybe in his younger years in the stadium fights he might have lost by KO, but I've never seen him lose by knockout. I've seen him lose by TKO, and I've seen him lose on points. That being said, I don't think Saenchai is going to be knocking him out. No. And what are the chances that Buakaw will beat Saenchai? I think Buakaw is, he's so powerful. He's one of the strongest, most powerful strikers in his weight class in Muay Thai. and he's big again, being bigger and being that powerful and aggressive. He could easily knock out Saenchai. Saenchai's not easy to knock out either. Nope, but he's not easy to hit cleanly. But if one guy that would be able to do it would be Buakaw. He's obviously he does have a really high fight IQ as well. His conditioning is nowhere near Saenchai's, I don't think. I see him his last maybe five fights or so. He's gotten pretty tired pretty fast. He's got more muscle on his frame and he's bigger, so his body's got to work harder. His conditioning is not going to be. Saenchai's that little guy, that little guy that just he doesn't run out of energy. Give that guy a candy bar and he's running for a day and a half. So conditioning wise, he'll gas out fast. I think if he goes too hard at Saenchai. Only way that I think Buakaw will win on points, if he doesn't knock out Saenchai, he will have to knock down Saenchai. Knock down, getting a 10 count more than once. So I'd say if he gets the knockdown 2 or more times throughout the fight, he has a high chance of beating Saenchai on points. So those are the 2 ways that I think Buakaw has a chance to win. But however, my opinion is that Saenchai is going to be able to avoid, being knocked out, and I think Saenchai will be able to avoid being. I think he might get knocked down, and he might get knocked down at least once, but I think he will avoid it more than once, and I think he'll get through the 5 rounds and win on points. And that's my prediction. That's where I stand. Who I would want, like who I'm rooting for, like this is my breakdown based on. My experience watching these 2 fighters, my experience in the fight game, that Saenchai will win based on skill. Who I'm rooting for, that's tough too, because again, Buakaw he's the hero, he's the Hulk of Muay Thai, and Saenchai, I didn't, he didn't pop up in the international scene until a little bit later, but I've always been a huge fan, so I guess I'm not rooting for either. I'm rooting for a great fight. Yeah, that's all I can really root for. Root for is an entertaining fight. Nobody gets too hurt. It's not, it's going to be violent. I think it's going to be violent. We'll see. Some people are saying that this might be just an exhibition. They're getting paid a lot of money, and they're close friends, and they've known each other for a long time. And they're in their 40s. They're not in their prime. So most of their fights in the past 5-10 years they haven't been fighting on the highest level. It's kind of like the retirement stage of their career where they're doing exhibitions and things of that nature. So a lot of people don't think it's going to be a real fight, or they're really going to be as competitive as they could be. Hopefully they will. Hopefully they really take it serious and they really try to, go at each other. How amazing would it be if they went to a draw? Not because not one of those shady draws like the exhibition draws, but like if it was so close that the judges couldn't score it, and they just went at it. That's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for a draw. They go 5 rounds, they smash it out, and it's so close that it can't be judged. And I'll do a fight breakdown after the fight. We'll do that too. That will be fun. Anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know who you think's gonna win, how they're gonna win, and why. Down below, press like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and see you soon.